G'day folks, how's it going? Slothface here, Hunter Player, gonna give my feedback on, this video's on, the Beast Mastery tree. Alrighty, we need to go through my notes that I've been making for the last week, having played this spec a bit in the last week on beta, and gonna talk about what's going on with it. But before I go through my notes, we need to quickly mention the changes that were made today because it's a new beta build. Some quick things were changed. Thrill of the Hunt was it was fixed. It was not working. War Orders got buffed by 100% now. It was only giving the value of a 1-point talent, which on live it's a 2-point talent. So previously it was 5% and 25% chance to reset. It is now 10% and 50% chance to reset, same as its value on live, but for 1 point instead of 2. Fine, cool, we'll take it. Why not? Wild Call and Hunter's Prey were swapped positions into what they are. You can see right here, Wild Call there, and Hunter's Prey on the side. This is much better. This is one of the suggestions I was going to make. This has been renamed to Venom's Bite. It was called Killer Cobra, but Killer Cobra is down here, so we had 2 Killer Cobras, and now it's Venom's Bite. It was very confusing. Now it's not as confusing. So that's good, but what's not good is Venom's Bite. Still sucks. Basically, Kill Shot applies Serpent Sting. Well, when do you get to Kill Shot? Well, only if you Hunter's Prey, which has a 10% chance when you kill command to proc, and it doesn't do that much damage except for it's in execute, which is why in execute do I want to put an 18-second dot on? I don't know. Don't like this. Doesn't make sense. Don't like it. Not a fan. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Hunt Master's Call. This is the Fenrir and Hattie proccing talent. Was doing insane damage. They've obviously tuned it properly. And they've done some other tuning. But they've also had Dire Beast grant 20 focus. Now, I don't know if that means that Dire Command procs of Dire Beast grant 20 focus, because that's a different story, right? If this grants 20 focus, then this is still a bad button. If this is the only thing that grants 20 focus, then it's a very slightly better button than it was. But anyway, they changed that. I'm not sure why, but hey, that's what they've done. That's the only changes that they've made. So we are going to go through my notes on it now, and we'll talk about it. Start off saying, great tree, love it, good work. The BM tree is amazing. Such a big step up from what it was. I'm a big fan, but nothing's perfect, and I'm here to give feedback. So here it is. Okay, there's a bit of an issue in BM in general between the terminology of the word basic attack. So, let me explain. Let's say we're talking about the Hunter Pet's ability, which it uses on cooldown. Not its auto attack, but its attack, right? Pet, this. This is, as put in the spellbook, it's a basic attack. Okay, not a basic ability, it's a basic attack. And there it says in grey on the top right side, basic attack. Now, this is called its special ability, not its special attack. And nothing here is called its special attack, right? It's called its basic attack. So, there are a few things that say, oh my gosh, we've had a drama. All right, pause. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Right, some things say basic attack in here, right? So you've got when your thingo's basic attack, when your pet's basic attack, right? There's some stuff. Where the bloody hell is it? Don't know. I can't find it. There's some here. This one. Attacking with vicious hunt instructs your pet to strike with their basic attack, right? And this thing's. However, brutal companion says immediately use its special attack. So that just needs to be homogenized to all say basic attacks so that we know what we're talking about. All right, moving on. That's a tiny thing anyway. Don't even worry about it. Improved kill command. It pretty feels bad kind of a talent for 1% when this one does 2 charges and 15%. So like, really? That is just, I know it's been taken directly from the old class tree and just shoved in there for the same value, but probably needs to be looked at and sorted out. Kindred Spirits. This is just not value, this talent. It is insanely low value to get 10 max focus. 10 max focus is just not good at all. So either this needs to be buffed to say like 20 max focus per point, or we'll just run around with like 140 focus and it'll be like something unique to BM. But even then, is that like a damage increase? Because might not be. So I'm unsure about this one. I think it needs to be re-looked at because it's pretty underwhelming. And maybe even just buffing it is still kind of lame, and maybe it should swap spots with improved kill command, and maybe improved kill command could be better, and I don't know, lots of just, I'm not necessarily all about solutions, okay? Sid Meier's, famous game designer, once said, your players are very good at finding problems, but not good at suggesting solutions. You're the devs, I'm not the dev. I don't know, work this out, it's not quite right. Explosive Venom. Okay, every 5 casts of Explosive Shot or Multi-Shot will apply Serpent Sting to target's hit. This is really weird. Okay, so why doesn't Cobra Shot have anywhere that it applies Serpent Sting? If we're going to apply Serpent Sting in the BM tree, it should be from Cobra Shot. And maybe it should be here, where Kindred Spirit is and sucks. Explosive Venom seems weird. And why is it every 5 casts? Do I now have to track the casts, assumedly with a weak aura, right? And then on the 5th cast, I will then multi-shot. Maybe it's got an interesting... maybe it's got an interesting animation. I hope it does. It probably doesn't. But yeah, I don't like the fact that I have to track this with a weak aura. Anything that adds a necessary weak aura is really not good in my opinion. And then it doesn't make sense that, like I talked about Venom's Bite earlier, we got Kill Shot applying Serpent Sting. We've got Explosive Shot and Multi-Shot applying Serpent Sting in AoE. But we have nothing that Cobra Shot, the snake one, applies Serpent Sting, the serpent thing. So I feel like we need to sort of readdress the Serpent Sting application situations here. Venom's Bite is not good because we will not get many kill shots. And if we do, it's in Execute, which is not really a time that I want an 18-second dot applied to something with no fail-safe of losing lots of that damage. And Hunter's Prey is pretty weak and a low proc chance. And this is just odd, and I really don't enjoy the every 5th cast. It doesn't even say every 5 casts of, it's like, it's undercooked here. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. What I would like to see, and I do have a suggestion here, is I would like to see a talent that has Cobra Shot has a chance to apply Serpent Sting, so that, you know, it's snake-like. Then I would like to see a situation where perhaps a multi-shot every so often or whatever it is, shoots out cobra shots onto everything, multiply, right? Tons and tons of cobra shots all go out, snake around, and hit everything. Apply that serpent sting on that situation, and then you can also have other cobra shot synergies with that, where this you might take this as well, and then that multi cobra shot, snake pit shot, whatever, I don't know, gets all the benefit from cobra sensors. Slight synergy over there. So there's something wrong with the serpent sting application in this tree. The kill shot procs are bad. That applying a dot is bad, especially for an execute talent. This every fifth cast thing is not fun gameplay. It's hard to optimize. You may get that proc and then want to stop using explosive shots and multi-shots so you can keep that proc for the next set of ads or something. Like, it's just unintuitive and unenjoyable gameplay. So that needs to be revisited. Um, I'd like to see it have synergy with Cobra Shot, Cobra Sensors, which is bad anyway, maybe not so much, and multi-shot, and apply Serpent Sting through these snake-like shots. Because we are the Cobra Shot class. I want to see Serpent Sting apply to that, not apply to Kill Shot, not apply to the amount of explosive shots I've fired. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. And really, you don't want to be spamming multi-shot, because we only really multi-shot so that we can beast cleave. So we only want a multi-shot every 6 seconds or so. We don't want anything to be incentivizing spamming multi-shot. It doesn't feel good to do that. And what do I have to line up my multi-shot at the start of a pack? Nah, it feels not good. So that's my review of Explosive Venom, and it involves Venom's Bite, Cobra Shot, and Cobra Sensors maybe even. I don't know. Yeah, that needs looked at. Brutal Companion should say basic attack, not special attack. Yes. Killer Instinct. Okay, this button, not button, this passive is just it's super, super powerful. Execute. And I love that, and I want that in my tree, but should a situational advantage like execute be blocking my main 2-minute cooldown? A main 2-minute cooldown that is kind of needed for one of my hero talents. It feels too gatekeepy for this button, and it feels like something I would want maybe situationally and it's so powerful that it could be a capstone. So I don't like that it's like situational. Gate keeps my 2-minute cooldown. I could see situations where I want the CD, but I don't want the execute. So I love all these talents. I think that they're great talents, but I want the playstyle selectable first from Call of the Wild before numbers boosting options I would prefer to have later. But these aren't necessarily make sense in the same line even anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think maybe it needs to be slightly different. Maybe Killer Instinct could go here, or here, or I don't know, something else. Because I love it, I want it, but I don't want it to be a lock-in for this. And it's going to be a lock-in in a lot of situations, even when I want this. So it doesn't feel like it's part of this build, really. It just feels like it's a 2-point gatekeeper there. Okay, Hunter's Prey. This is pretty underwhelming. Maybe this needs to be increased. I think the fact is that the payoff doesn't feel that good. Casting a kill shot isn't that strong. It doesn't get boosted by your mastery as a BM hunter. Applying a long dot doesn't seem that good. Even with Cull the Herd out of Pack Leader, it doesn't feel that good. This should be baked into that maybe. Cull the Herd feels wrong. Hunter's Prey feels wrong. Venom's, but these two, and especially these three talents, just don't feel like the kill shot payoffs I'm looking for with BM. This effect kind of does, like a bleed and my pets deal more damage, but it's like not that appealing. 30% additional damage over 3 seconds. Killshot just doesn't do enough as Beast Mastery, so maybe we need... It just needs a tweak somehow, and the Serpent Sting thing can go away. Let's put Cull the Herd as more of a Hunter's Prey buff rather than this. But yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't feel very good to use. It doesn't proc that often, and when it does, it doesn't feel that rewarding. Huntmaster's Call, I just want to say, this is super badass. And, oh no, it's happened again! Be right back! Da, 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 da. Okay, we're back. Yeah, Huntmaster's Call is super awesome. To have Fenrir and Hattie jumping out and doing cool stuff, it's really, really good. It's too strong, but they've just nerfed it, so maybe it's absolutely fine now. It does have the every X casts of Dire Beast thing going on, which isn't like the most exciting way to proc something, but because again, like, am I going to be tracking how many casts of Dire Beasts that I cast? I don't know. Feels kind of icky to be procced like that. Would I rather have it be RNG than trackable and optimizable? Probably. I'd probably just rather it be RNG than have it like be tracked with a weak aura and bring it out at a certain time. I don't know. I, it's kind of the same as this, isn't it? Every 5 casts of explosion, blah 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 blah, does something. Every X casts of something does something. I don't know. Not a big fan. Going back to the Hunter's Prey thing. Just wanted to just say it. I did say it feels underwhelming. The Cull the Herd feels like a more, because the reason is that kill shot is used to like finish something off, and I don't want it applying a 18-second dot. Really, if I'm trying to finish something off, do I need a massive dot put on it? No. So Venom's Bite is underwhelming in that way. This is a low proc rate, and just casting kill shot by itself doesn't do that much. Cull the Herd seems like it does really good stuff. Your pets deal more damage to the target. That seems more like an effective kill shot proc for BM than the ones that are in here. Right. And then quickly on Murder of Crows as well. It again, it's like adding a big dot to something, but it's not controllable. So like, this is adding a big dot to something I'm trying to finish off. This is adding a big dot totally randomly every 5 casts of kill command. Well, again, I could be applying this long dot when I'm finishing something off, and then I'm starting again back at 0 out of 5 casts on my, again, having to track with a weak aura. Murder of Crows used to reset when something died with it on to avoid that that yucky situation of wasting damage by having it apply at the wrong time. But now there's kind of 3 mechanics that do this, right? Every 5 casts of Kill Command, every 3 casts of Dire Beast, and every 5 casts of Explosive Shot or Multi-Shot are doing something. So now I've got 3 weak auras to track when Murder of Crows is going to be applied, when Hattie is going to jump out, when my next multi-shot is going to apply loads of serpent stings on everything. I mean, that's a poggers thing to have, and like I really enjoy the fact that I'm going to hit a multi-shot and everything's going to get serpent sting. That's awesome. But it's weird and trackable, and I don't know. Something is not going to feel good about this. Murder of Crows popping up at random times. This going on the end of something, Hattie popping out at a time when I don't want him to at the end of a pack. This proccing and applying is probably the best use of Serpent Sting, but without this, I'm going to just Serpent Sting to finish something off when it's below 20%, and then it's going to get Serpent Sting on it. Again, please have Cobra Shot apply Serpent Sting in some way. I don't want to have a weak aura for this, so that I know when I can kill command and apply it. A weak aura for this, a weak aura for this, and a weak aura for this. Those situations need to be solved, and the explosive venom thing is probably the worst one of all of those. And the wasted damage on this is probably bad as well. I could have kill command to finish something off. It procs Murder of Crows, and now I'm 5 casts behind. Everything else I like. There's still the controversial multi-shot is -1 talent point, and that is because we are back at the quote I had, which I tweeted a while ago, which I'll quickly repeat now, and it's like a rule I would like to see for all of these talents that are like this. Is there a situation where I ever want multi-shot and not Beast Cleave? The answer to this situation is no. So could they just be one talent? The answer is yes, they could. Right? If the situation was, yes, sometimes I would want to multi-shot things and not Beast Cleave, then fine. And then this is the correct order I want them in. Or do I want Beast Cleave and not multi-shot ever? The answer is obviously no, because that triggers that. But it's like when there are two talents that are buffing the same thing, like your AoE kit, where I would ever want one and not the other, make sure they're in the right order. And if I ever just always going to want them both because they don't work without the other one, they could just be one talent. That goes for multi-shot and Beast Cleave, and it also goes for multi-shot and trick shots on the marksman tree. So yeah, that's my gripe with this situation. Okay, I think that is all my points for BM, so I'm going to TLDR it now. Explosive Venom, every 5 casts, having to track this, bad. Murder of Crows, every 5 casts of something, putting a dot on something, lots of wasted damage potential, and a weak aura to have to track it. Multi-shot and Beast Cleave not being one button is sad. Improved kill command, pretty sad. Killer Instinct is a big, powerful thing, but it gatekeeps this, and maybe I want this and not this sometimes, so maybe the pathing here could be reconsidered. Venom's Bite, not good. Hunter's Prey, underwhelming. Cobra Shot not applying Serpent Sting is a crime. This applying Serpent Sting sometimes, don't know when, have to track it, kind of bad. This is less bad. Every 3 dire beast you gain Hattie or Fenrir. Less bad, but still probably want to track it and make sure I don't push this when nothing's around, you know? Not a big fan of that. Brood of Companion needs to read basic attack. Kindred Spirits is just not powerful at all and has no effect on your gameplay at all and is just underwhelming entirely. Doesn't need to exist. Everything else is really great, so please don't get me wrong. I really like all of this. It's a great tree. It's really cool, but they are my feedback points on it. Please check out my Twitter at Slothface Tweet. There where I tweet about all this stuff to absolutely nobody because no one follows me, but that's cool. And this I will be doing a forum post on so that people might actually receive my feedback because they won't watch it here, but that's fine because at least this gets all this information out of my head. And I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, awesome. GG's, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Have fun. All the best. See you later.